Hey guys, how are you? It's Layla here, and today I'm going to be recreating one of my favorite looks to wear when I want to play with color, and it's these beautiful tropical sort of eyes, tropical color scheme. To me, when I wear this kind of color scheme, I feel like I'm somewhere on a tropical destination vacation. So if you like this look and want to play with color, then definitely keep watching and I will take you through all the steps. Your first step, you want to start off by applying a primer all over your eyelid, and I've already applied the Urban Decay Primer Potion. So for the colors for this color scheme, I'm going to be using this palette by Gush that I've had for a long time. It's got a yellow, a green, a turquoise, which is not really, here you are, you can really see the colors right like that, and then a dark sort of a bluish color. And you don't have to obviously use this exact palette, just use anything that you have, even the BH Cosmetics. I'm sure you could pick out the color scheme that matches these colors. So that's what I'm going to be using, and the first thing I'm going to do is start off by applying the yellow shade, going from the inner corner up towards 3/4 of the way in, and obviously this is the color right here, the yellow, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f. brush. So just pack that color onto the brush and apply that all over the eyelid. I'm also bringing in that color about halfway underneath as well onto your lower lash line, just like that. Next, I'm going to pick up the green shade right here, and using another e.l.f. brush, I'm going to use one side of the brush to pick up the green, just pack it onto the brush like that, and you want to just apply it in the same thickness as the brush, right in the center of your eye, so right about here. And you want to start to just pat that in, because otherwise there will be some fallout, so just pat that in right in the middle and bring it up towards your crease. Once you've packed that shade in here, you want to blend out any harsh lines, and what I'm going to do is just grab a little bit of the yellow and lightly go over right at the edges to just erase any lines. As you can tell, I'm not really going over the color, I'm just sort of overlapping the line, just like that, so it's a smooth transition. Next, I'm going to pick up the turquoise shade, which is right here, right about there, as you can see the color, and I'm going to use the other side of the e.l.f. brush. Again, just pack that onto the brush, and we're going to apply that right where the green ended. So that's going to be in our V section right here. And again, what you want to do with this is just start to pat that in to avoid extra fallout. At this point, I'm also going to bring the same color right underneath. So just work that into your lower lash line and just overlap with the yellow a little bit. So we're going to repeat the step that we did with the yellow and just overlap with the green right at the edge so there's no harsh lines. Next, I'm going to grab blending brush E25 by Sigma, and I'm going to take the darkest color in this palette. So for you, if you're not using this palette, it will just be a mid-tone blue, which is right here. So I'm going to just pick up a little bit at the edge, and we're going to work that into our crease. So find the crease and start to work this heavily into your V shape right here, and then just bringing that towards the inner corner. So once we have this color worked into the crease line, we're going to flip the brush over vertically, and I'm going to just blend out the edges towards the brow bone. So next, it's time to use a highlighter and just lift the brow a little bit, and use any ivory or vanilla shade. I'm going to use this one right here by Annabelle, and it doesn't really have a name, it's just 200. So I'm going to use E60 brush by Sigma, which is perfect for under the brow, and just highlight right here and just blend out the edges. I'm also going to apply a little bit right at the edge right here to create a little bit of contrast and bring out that blue and just clean up that edge, and also blend out any harsh lines right here with the yellow in the inner corner. So once the eyeshadow is done, I'm going to fill in the eyebrow using the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo. This is for brunettes, and I'm going to use the E65 brush by Sigma. It's perfect for that, and just want to fill in any sparse areas. Once you've filled in your eyebrows, you just want to use a spoolie and just brush it out lightly for a more natural look. And now it's time to use an eyeliner to define the eyes a little more, and instead of black, I'm going to opt out for a dark gray color, and this one is a smoky quartz. I have a tiny little bit left. by Stila, and it's a perfect gray color for this look. So I'm going to use this in the waterline. I'm going to also tightline underneath and just also create a thin line to just darken the upper lash line. I'm not going to talk because I can poke my eye out this way, so I'm just going to fast forward this and complete the eyeliner look. So once you have the eyeliner sort of messily applied into your lower lash line, I'm going to use the Pirouette number 11 brush, and we're going to just blend out the edges a little bit because I don't want a defined look, I just want a darker lash line. So use the tip of the brush and just blend out any harsh lines. So once the eyeliner is all blended out, it's time for mascara, and I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Mascara. Apply 2 coats on the top and 1 on the bottom. So now that we're done with the eyes, I'll quickly tell you what I used for the rest of my face. So to bronze, I've used the Bobbi Brown bronzing powder. This one is in natural. For cheeks, I used my Tarte Amazonian Clay, and this is in color Tipsy. For highlight, I used the Josie Maran Illuminizing Highlighter and just applied that onto my cheekbones. And for lips, I used Coral Reef by Revlon, and it is this lip gloss right here. So this is all the products I've used for today's look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and give it a try. So if you do end up recreating these looks, then definitely post it on your Instagram account if you have one, and use a hashtag at Layla_NT, which is my username on there, so I can see you guys recreating these beautiful looks. And also, if you're not following me on Instagram, I'll post my username, which is Layla_NT, so you guys can find me on there and just catch up with my life and pictures. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!